Our next guest has been called one of the top 10 rising stars in Hollywood. You know him from films like Hereditary and the Jumanji movies, and now he's starring in a new M. Night Shyamalan psychological thriller. It's called Old. Take a look at this.
Kara, don't climb that. Come down. We'll find another way.
No, don't. Trent,
Mom, I have to go with her.
Kara, wait, don't climb. Let me get your mother.
Yeah. It's not the way. She's panicked and desperate. Talk to each other.
Tara, you and I should just stay together. What if we spend this whole time trying to get out of here? We still don't make it.
It'll be too short if we don't try.
No, Kara, please.
Oh, Kara, please. Let's bring in now Alex Wolff, the very talented Mr. Alex Wolff.
Man.
Good to see you, my man. Congrats on the movie. Now,
Good to see you, man.
Is this one of those you don't want to give away too much? How careful have you had to be in promoting this movie that you don't want to say too much?
I've tried very hard not to say anything. I just keep it as vague as possible. I'm bummed I can't be there because I'm in New York. That wasn't an option that was presented to me, but I wish I could be there with you. I could give you a big hug, a big vaccinated hug.
I'm sorry about, yes, I was very disappointed in the commercial break to find out you're actually in New York, and we could have had you here.
You were even more than disappointed. I'd go as far as to say you seemed angry.
Okay.
You seemed enraged that I wasn't there.
Okay, Alex, I have a range of emotions, okay, about this whole thing.
I see that.
See, this is what he's doing. He's deflecting so he doesn't have to tell us too much about the movie. Because you don't...
You see? Right. I'm amazing at it. I'm a professional now.
But how much can you tell? We've seen the trailers.
How's life at home?
Yeah. Life at home is a little creepy after watching this movie. And it is almost just a creep fest from start to finish. So we've seen the trailers. People know generally. So you tell me as much as you can about what this movie is about.
Well, the movie at its core is about this family who goes to this beach, and very early on they figure out that time moves at a very irregular pace and people start aging extremely rapidly. So if you just know that, I promise you're going to have an incredibly exciting, incredibly nerve-wracking experience. But I think also the great thing about this movie is you come away with a lot. You know, I think it's one of those that it lingers with you after you leave the theater.
You know, how was it when this idea first came to you? Did you see a script? And I'm sure you had some thoughts when it's M. Night Shyamalan. So when it first came your way, kind of what was going through your mind about what was being presented to you?
I mean, the truth is, I'm such a fan of Night that, like, it doesn't matter what the script was or the plot. I mean, I'll do anything with Night. I said I'd do craft services for Night. Like, I mean, his movies he's like the great auteur of my generation. So to get to be a part of it is so exhilarating. And then it just so happens, it happens to be kind of his most philosophical, deep, and I think his most personal film he's ever made.
You think this one is?
I think so. I think it's really about his fear of aging, and I think it's like the old saying of you look at your kids, you turn away, you look back, and they're adults already. And I think it's just making that hyper literal.
Do we describe it well, psychological thriller, because it felt kind of horror at some times to me as well?
Yeah, I mean, I always veer away from talking about it as a horror movie because I feel like it's so experimental and kind of avant-garde that people should go in expecting, you know, it might as well be like we joked that it's like a Bergman blockbuster, you know, it's like by the way, I'm just trying to adjust my screen. This is not how I was meant to be interviewed. I wish I was there and I could just sit in the chair and hang out, and instead I'm trying to adjust the camera and make myself look presentable. It's just, this isn't how it's supposed to be done.
It's not, man. So
anyway.
look, how long would it take you to get to Times Square?
Like 30, 40 minutes. So I'll go right now.
We could have worked this out. Alex, man, you have...
We really could have done this.
We could have done this. And man, look, you have big fans here. I'm a big fan of yours and all the work you've been doing and you continue to do. Congrats on this one. It was really fun to watch you in this movie. And yes, for sure, next time here in studio, okay?
Absolutely, 100%. And we'll paint little hearts like you did before in the last
That's
segment.
right. Alex, appreciate you, my man. And folks, make sure to check out Old in theaters this Friday.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.